we can go on with the wrap-up, because that was really an intense day with thrilling and powerful talks, exciting insights from our hackathon teams, as we saw already like a few seconds before. We've experienced really many things we didn't know before, and now we want to summarize the content and pick out like a handful of highlights. And support comes from Line Knudsen. She is also steering member of the DigiEduHack, and from Altheo Valentini, also steering member group, and they are connected with us. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
Hi there. So good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Altheo, I was just talking to this enthusiastic Italian student. That was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, how lucky can I have just to highlight this last game from Italy? It was really perfect. Then you mentioned the food as well, which is something very important for me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, it was really great.
Yeah, we want to talk about this day that was really packed with talks, with speakers and with participants. Lina, what do you think? What was your impression from the first day?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm blown over by kind of impressions, emotions. It has been wonderful to follow this all the day. I'm a little tired of sitting. I have been standing a little bit now and then, but it has been wonderful to visit all the participants and listen to all the super cool panel discussions. I mean, this morning when we heard from the UK guy in the hack there that they had invited pupils and students into their hack to really talk to the problem owners, not only smart experts or teachers, but the kids that are actually finding it super hard to learn. I think that just made me feel that this is going to be a good day. I mean, the hosts have certainly gotten the spirit of what this is about, really cracking the nuts in the learning system. So that was wonderful, I think, starting off like that.
Right. Altheo, you both were part of the steering member group last year, and you were also see what happens at Altheo University last year. So now we are here in Berlin, main stage event. I don't want you to compare the one event with another because it's impossible, but what is your impression?
Well, first of all, everything was so engaging that I feel like I'm there with you. So, but empowered in a way, because I really had the chance to jump over to one event, following it maybe on social networks. So, to be honest, I organize hackathons, big hackathons here in Italy, and I was not sure about the fact to go completely online. I have to say that it gives a lot of opportunities to connect people and to deep inside topics and learn a lot. It was a great learning experience.
And talking about the panels we've had today, was there anything you kept in mind, or was there anything like it was so remarkable to point out right now, Lino or Altheo?
Well, I think there was a lot. I have so many one-liners jotted down here that I will definitely be inspired by for many days. I remember, for example, now just from the top of my mind, Sarah Good saying earlier that virtual is real. I mean, it has become our reality. So this is just how we're going to work. And that's a strong, I think, sentence to take with us, that virtual is also a form of reality.
Altheo?
Yeah, from my side, I have to say that this last panel you ran, the future of learning, was really inspiring. I'm an expert in adult education, and I really agree with Margot that we should push the hackathons among the adult learning communities. These are really impactful actions, especially when you manage to engage those who are farther from the digital world. So I was inspired by that, and I will definitely transfer these proposals to the EPALE community in Europe.
Yeah, regarding to the fact, Altheo, that you just said it, you organize hackathons in Italy. Maybe we can talk about the development curve, yeah, from last year to this year. What happened? Is it describable?
To me, on my personal experience, I was used to organize one big hackathon during the summer, just trying to convey all the learning activities there to this 3 days event. This year, I've changed the format. We are doing hackathons as a practice. It's not just an event. Everything that has to do with learning ends up with a hackathon. More digital, less digital, doesn't really matter, but the important is to put people together and take the opportunity of the online environment to engage as many people as possible.
Right. Yeah, please.
I was just thinking when you asked about the development from last year to this year, that I think the feeling that I have now after just the first day is that we have suddenly seen a community come about, not only an event. Like last year was a huge event. It was wonderful to be at Altheo University in Helsinki for the first ever DigiEduHack last year. But this year I have a feeling of, seeing people again, revisiting the winners from last year. It really touched my heart to see those young people again that I spent quite a lot of time with last year and see that they are still working on their ideas. I mean, I think we have something going for us here. We are actually creating a community, not just a cool event. So I hope that will kind of stay like that, and that we can build on that momentum and create a community for people that do care about the future of digital learning in Europe.
Yeah, you became, of course, because you are like in the steering member board, you became experts on hackathons. I can say it like this. And today we were talking about that. So less people still don't know what hackathons are, but you can also see it the other way around, so that many more people are participating this year DigiEduHack, right?
Yeah, I think it's becoming more and more normal for sure. I mean, I know that Altheo is used to doing a lot of hackathons. I've done a few as well, with students and adults as well. And I think it's becoming more and more normal, basically because it's a good way of putting focus on a challenge. And if you think about it, I mean, how often do you actually get 24 hours to immerse yourself into a cool topic that you care for? I mean, with all the information overload that we see today and work days that are just being interrupted by so many meetings and whatever, I mean, suddenly having peace in your mind to really dive into a challenge and work on a solution for 24 hours, that's actually very special. I think that's why it's getting more and more attention and interest.
And you see so many different styles of hackathons. Now I saw the Italian crowd. That was my highlight. I'm sorry today. If you compare them, maybe you can tell me something about this, about the variety, Altheo.
Yeah, because at the end, what is important is the co-creation process, right? It's putting people together, thinking about an idea. Then the way you do it doesn't really matter at the end. It's the process that is important, and the participation of all the important stakeholders. Another thing that I share with Margot, when you organize such an activity, it's important that everyone relevant is there, students, teachers, stakeholders, because this is really how you ensure that the added value on any pitch, proposal, prototype, or even already software to put in the market. So yeah, it's a really transversal methodology to learn and have fun and improve digital skills.
Right, Lina, the DigiEduHack 2020 here is part of the EU's initiative of the Digital Education Action Plan. We talked about it. We heard a lot of officials today talking about this. So how important is this official frame around this DigiEduHack? What do you think?
Well, I actually think it's super important. I mean, listening to George today, George is saying that they are now planning, or they will create a hub, a digital education hub, whether virtual or physical. We will see what happens, but they actually do plan to bring people together that are interested in this agenda and make them work, share knowledge, and collaborate. And that was the words of, I think that's excellent to hear from the EU Commission, from DigiEduHack, because they have a lot of power, and when they put spotlight on something, things will happen. So that's wonderful. I was thrilled to see that we actually, it seems like we both have a top-down and a bottom-up movement coming here, and that's wonderful. So I think it means a lot to a lot of people that the Commission put spotlight on this and expect all the member states to follow through with activities and agendas and hopefully policies.
Yeah.
I would then say, I think what's important, and we've also heard that many times today, is the follow-up. It's always important when we talk about hacks that somebody takes care of the good ideas and nest them and care for them afterwards. And maybe that's what we are missing in general, also for the DigiEduHack so far. Like, what do we do with all these creative young and middle-aged people that are coming up with so many good solutions? How do we make sure that the best of them stay alive and get the funding and the care that they need?
So what would you suggest?
Well, I think we should work on the format. As I said before, it seems to me that we are creating a community, and I'm sure that there are actors in this community that could build on the hack or the sprint format that we have now created, and then make it into a longer format that could maybe pick the best solutions and give them some basic funding to get off the nest, so to say.
And we are focusing with this hackathon digital education, higher learning, and to get this on the right track, everybody should be addressed, not only universities, not only teachers and pupils, so the whole society, the whole world. So, but how can we go there? How can we get there, Altheo?
Well, this is actually my dream, to see hacking clubs, units, whatever, inside any school, any learning center for adults or whatever. How can we do this? Definitely targeting teachers, targeting educators, because this is how you then ensure the presence of the facilitator, inside the learning community. So also, another important aspect is integrating policies, because it's important to develop digital skills, but it's also important to do it in a way that when we hack together, we do it for the social good. We do it to solve a social challenge. Then this will target different disadvantaged groups, different ages, or any community that can benefit from the hacking experience, also at social level.
Yeah, and this also strives then lifelong learning, because we never stop learning now in these times, in these digital times, because technique is so important, because without technical devices we cannot do what we are talking about. So other questions is where is the border, and how do we reach the goal that everybody can participate? Line.
Well, I think it's important to remember that, the hack is just a tool, right? We need to keep talking about what are the core challenges that we are actually hacking, why are we coming together, and how can we bring everybody together, all the actors that are needed. And I think we should just remind ourselves, many of the participants today have been referring to the sustainability agenda and the 17 development goals from the UN. And I think there is something in that mindset of, the 17 UN sustainability goals come with the mindset of leaving no one behind, that we should always ensure, no matter what we do, that we have everybody with us. And I think that's just a mindset and an agenda we need to build into whatever we are doing here, that education should be for the many, and we need to come up with solutions that are where no one is actually left behind when we have designed and developed. So I think that's just a reminder to all of us, also that when we further develop the DigiEduHack concept, that how can we make sure that this is for all. And by the way, I just want to mention that we have actually seen quite a few challenges today also on adult learning and organizational learning. We've seen a hack on how do you actually create a true learning organization, and I'm looking very much forward to see the outcome of that hack, because I think that's what many workplaces, organizations, private or public, could need focus on how to become a true learning organization.
Right. In my really very early words this day when we opened DigiEduHack 2020, I said we try to make the world a little bit better, and one puzzle piece are definitely hackathons. Thank you very much, Lina, and thank you very much, Altheo. And at the end, I want to spread a little international flair. Lina, are you? I'm not sure. Are you Norwegian or Swedish?
I'm Danish.
Danish, also good.
Yep.
And so now a little task at the end, because Altheo, I know you are Italian, and for you it will be really much more difficult, because I want you to say goodbye in Danish, and I want you to say goodbye in Italian. So please.
Oh my God.
So who should start?
You, Lina, because I have to check Google.
So what if I say it in Danish and you repeat, and then we do it reverse afterwards? That's true learning, right?
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah. So, farvel og tak.
Favel attack.
Okay, that was easy. Farvel og tak.
In Italian, arrivederci. Buonasera.
Arrivederci. Buonasera.
Grazie mille.
See you tomorrow.
Und danke und see you tomorrow. That was really great talking to you. Thank you very much, Altheo and Lina.
Ciao.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Ciao.